Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about Mendeley, the reference manager. I'm going to show you with examples how to use the Mendeley software, and I'm going to show you what are all the advantages of this particular software and how is it that it can ease your research paper and review paper writing. Let me give you a simple example. In this scenario, I have used a numbering system to cite my references, and if you see my bibliography, they are all arranged according to the citation places, first come first serve, right? So let's say I'm trying to submit this to a journal and the author guideline says that the journal format is that it is supposed to be in the author's name. Let's go with, I'll show you a small example. All I have to do is choose the right citation style and Mendeley will do the rest. So all the places where you're seeing the numbers, they will all change into authors according to the Political Science Association, according to the format given by American Political Science, and you can choose from plenty of other citation styles that you have. Not only does it change in these places, or that is called as inside text, it also changes the bibliography according to the author's format. This I can do in a single click. Whereas if you are not using a reference manager, this is going to take hours and hours of time for you to rearrange, because you have to manually go in and change every single place where you have inserted a citation. Alright, now knowing the value of Mendeley in writing a research paper, let's go get started with how to use Mendeley. First of all, sign up for Mendeley as you would need your personal login. Like any other email or any other softwares, you need an online login system so that you get a 2 GB space for storing all your PDFs and your citations in the Mendeley account. For that, go to mendeley.com and create a free account. It's easier than signing up for an email. Just use any email ID and just create a password and automatically it will get signed up. You don't even need to validate your email ID. Then click on the download, which will take you to this place where you can download Mendeley for Windows, for Mac, or for even Linux systems. But since we are using the Windows here, I'm specifically using Windows 10, so it's definitely compatible with Windows 10 as well, if any of you have that question. And download that and install as you do with any other usual installation softwares. And once the installation is finished, run the program and you will see something like this. This is where you need to log in. For the first time that you are starting Mendeley in your computer, you need internet connection to sign into your account, but after that you don't need a network connection all the time to work with Mendeley. Mendeley will automatically sync to your cloud account as and when the internet gets connected, but to add citations to the Mendeley tool and then to cite it into your document, you don't need an internet connection. So I'm going to go around, start with the signing in. This is the main window of Mendeley, and before you can start using citations in your research paper or review paper, you first need to add those citations inside this Mendeley software. Now, to add citations into Mendeley, there are two ways. That is, first, you have the full access to the article and you have saved the article as a PDF file. Second, you don't have full access to the paper. However, you still have the essential details like title, publication details, and abstract of the article. In both the criteria, you can add that as a citation entry into Mendeley. First, we will look at the example where you have the PDF file. So it is very simple to just click, drag and drop the PDF file into the Mendeley window. For reputed journals like Elsevier, Wiley, Science Direct, etc., the journal's PDF files are pretty standard format. Hence, the Mendeley can automatically read all the contents of the article without any error. As you can see, the title, author's names, journal name, and the publication details are read correctly in this case. All right. Now, an alternative situation where you have downloaded the PDF file from ResearchGate. As you know, the first page of the PDF file would have the ResearchGate profile page. Hence, the details will not be read correctly by Mendeley software. You drag and drop, and as you could see here, there is an error in the title, that there is a line that is coming up, and I'm not sure that that's a full title. And also, if you see, the journal title is missed out, volume number is missed out, and page number is missed out. So to correct this, what you have to do, double click this file, and Mendeley has an inbuilt PDF viewer which is more convenient and easier to use. So all you have to do now is copy paste the correct information from the article into the correct section. So the author details are read correctly. Journal, (2017) volume 3, issue 11, page number 38 to 43. These details are enough to give one citation, but however, if you want, you can further copy the abstract of the article and paste it here, because whatever is the content that is present in this particular section of the Mendeley will be useful for you to search for this particular paper. Now we have two entries in our library that we have the PDF for. How about making an entry for an article that you don't have a PDF? Let's take this example where you don't have access for this article, but you want to still cite it in your research. Now all you have to do is go to Mendeley, and in this top left corner of this screen, you see next to the add there is a drop down menu. Click on that and click add entry manually. Since you don't have a file to drag and drop, you need to enter these details manually. And here, if by any chance you're referring to a book or a computer journal or an encyclopedia or other options are there, newspapers, websites, etc. So here this is going to be a article, journal article. Select that criteria, then copy all the essential details and paste it in the required section. The author's detail is going to be a little tricky. As you see here, the last name has to be followed by a comma. So if I enter the name without a comma, it will automatically assume the second part of the name as a surname, and it will be brought to the front. Journal, volume 12 and issue 1, 12 and issue 1, page number 20 to 27, 20 to 27. As I already said, it is not mandatory to add the abstract, but however, I would still recommend adding the abstract into the Mendeley, because this will help you in searching for this particular citation when you are doing your citations in the Microsoft Word. So after you have copy pasted all the information, you can press save. Now you see here there is a third entry that is made now that has all the informations here. So for every entry that you are adding into Mendeley, it is your personal responsibility to make sure that all the details or the citation informations are correct in this particular section. If anything goes wrong here, then your citation or your bibliography in your research paper is going to be wrong. You have some of your citations ready to be cited in the research paper that you're writing. Before you start using Mendeley and MS Word together, you need to install a small plugin that is available here under the Tools option in Mendeley window. Since I have already installed it, it's showing as uninstall MS Word plugin, but you should technically see install MS Word plugin and you should click it, and it's just a matter of few seconds, it'll finish up. Once you have installed the Mendeley in this particular section here, you should be now able to access Mendeley inside of your MS Word. So when you go to MS Word, if you open or click on the tab References, you can see a separate section for this Mendeley Cite-O-Matic. So this is the options that you're going to use to cite the articles that you have already added to Mendeley library. So let me be clear again. In order to cite any references in the MS Word document, you first need to add that document into the Mendeley library like these. So there are 3 entries in this library, and I can add any of these 3 articles into the MS Word. The articles that I don't have here, I cannot add. So for every citations that you need for your paper, you need to make sure you manually or drag and drop the file individually and make sure the details are correct. That needs to be done for every time, but once it is done, that entry can last forever and you can use it as many times as you want. Now, let me show you how to cite the articles inside the MS Word. So you're starting to type contents for the research paper. So at the end of each sentence where you intend to add the particular reference, you pause there and you click the Insert Citation button that's here. And this window is your search window or the search bar, where you can use any keywords like the author name, year of publication, journal name, or any of the words that you remember that is present in the abstract. Remember when I said paste the abstract inside the Mendeley section? That is because once you did so, then those words that are present inside the abstract can be used as a keyword for search here. Let's say I am searching for cytotoxicity. So the first article that comes up here is cytotoxic, and it has that particular word in the title itself. Click that and press OK. Then, so now again insert citation. Now I would like to search for year. If I remember the year, then this is 2015. Click on that. OK. So this is OK in case of single articles. What if I want to cite multiple articles in the same sentence? Similarly, you search for the keyword that you remember. After you select the particular article, again continue your keyword search and click. And likewise, you can add as many citations as you want at the end of the particular sentence. So if you see here, the article that was given number 1 in the first sentence is again given the same number when it is again cited elsewhere in the same document. So this you don't have to worry. All you have to remember is which sentence you need to cite which author. You forget about the number of articles that you have cited, and forget about the sequence at which you are adding, whether you are repeating the same citations again. It doesn't matter. Mendeley can keep track of all the citations. All you have to do is add the citations correctly into the Mendeley software, and also make sure that you remember the keywords to cite here. Once you are done with your citations, now you want to add the reference, or otherwise called as bibliography, at the end of your document. So all you have to do is press this Insert Bibliography button that's present at the top. So what happens here is that it gives, or it lists out all the references that are used in this particular MS Word document. See, specifically only for this document, although there are 3 entries in the Mendeley library that I have just added, it has shown, or it has listed only 2 here, because those are the only 2 citations that I have used in the text. So irrespective of how many entries you have in your Mendeley library, the Mendeley only lists out all the citations that you have used in this particular document when you press the insert bibliography option. So this removes a very big responsibility that we don't have to keep track of how many articles we have used and how many times have we used the same article, etc., etc. Those who have written a paper in classical manual or way, like a few years back, they would really appreciate the benefit of Mendeley. There are other options or advanced features that are present in Mendeley, but this video is intended only to provide the basic information so as to get started with Mendeley and start writing your paper. Hope you find this useful. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.